Hi, this is Rachel with Beadaholique, and in this video I want to show you how to make the Cabaret earrings using 2-hole GemDuos and pip beads. So this earring uses 2 lengths of beading wire to create a teardrop structure that really shows off these really shiny, sparkly GemDuos and the pip beads with seed bead accents in between. And this earring was really inspired by the GemDuos because they're so beautiful and so versatile. So they're similar to diamond duos in shape, and they're the same size. They're 5 by 8 millimeters, and they have a diamond shape with points at the ends and 2 holes by the 2 points. The difference between diamond duos and GemDuos is really the top. The GemDuos are more faceted on top, and they have these pretty beveled edges, so you get a lot of definition. They look really sharp and very gem-like. So they come in lots of beautiful colors. This is just a sampling of the colors we have. And we have some nice suede colors, really rich, lustrous colors, and some metallic colors. And my favorite over here is this line of backlit colors that they introduced with this release. So this backlit collection just has really deep, rich, flashy, vibrant colors. And I made some little clusters just so you could see. So I'll point out some of these colors here. On the bottom here we have Purple Haze, which is a very deep smoky purple. Then we have Petroleum, which is a very cool flashy blue, kind of like a swimming pool. We have Utopia here, which has a range of gorgeous colors. Menthol, kind of a shimmery brown. And up here we have Tequila. Backlit Tequila is the name of this color. And it's just so bright and really fresh looking. This is Backlit Peach. This is Spectrum, which is what I used in this earring. And this is Uranium, kind of a more pale, lustrous blue. So they have some really awesome names for these backlit colors, and they're truly vibrant, flashy, very eye-catching as a finish. So let me show you how to make this earring. So to make the companion to this earring, you'll need some GemDuos in Spectrum. You'll need some Czech glass pip beads. And this color is Helio Purple Crystal, and I think it matches really well with this Spectrum color. Next, you'll need some Toho 11-0 seed beads in Galvanized Starlight and Silverline Purple. You'll need some gold beading wire. You'll need a crimp tube, or a crimp bead. You'll need a gold fold-over crimp. And you'll need an earring wire or earring hook of your choice. And you'll need some GS Hypo Cement glue. And as for tools, you'll need some crimping pliers. I like these double notch crimpers. You'll need some flush cutters, and you'll need some flat nose pliers. So the first thing we're going to do is take your beading wire and cut about 8 inches. Doesn't have to be exact. Next, we're going to string 1 gold seed bead followed by 1 GemDuo. And you're going to repeat this pattern 16 more times, so you have a total of 17 GemDuos strung. Okay, once you've put on your GemDuos, go ahead and add 1 more gold seed bead to the beginning of your strand so that you have gold seed beads on both sides of the strand. Next, you're going to take 1 crimp bead, string it onto one of your wires, and you're actually going to cross both wire ends through this crimp bead and pull that down. So now you have a closed up form here, and you're going to crimp that crimp bead. So pull your wire tight, but not so tight that it warps, and get the crimp bead into the notch of your crimping pliers and crimp. And then just fold it over in the end of your crimping pliers. And now you're going to take flush cutters, and with the flush side close to that crimp bead, get in there and cut off as much of that wire tail as you can. And do that for both of your wire tails. So now your inner ring of the earring is done. And the next thing you're going to do is cut another length of beading wire, because now we're going to make the outer ring. And I would say maybe cut about 1 foot of wire for this outer ring here. It's more than you'll need, but I always like to have a little bit more to work with. So now the first thing you're going to do is feed this next length of wire into the outer hole of the first GemDuo. And you're going to intersperse seed beads between the outer holes of all of these GemDuos and the inner ring here. So feed your wire through, pick up 1 purple seed bead, get it onto the end of your wire, and then just keep feeding the wire through the second hole of that next GemDuo. And you're going to repeat this another 5 times. So get another purple seed bead onto the tip of your wire, feed that wire through, and you might have to use your finger just to guide the wire into the second hole of that next GemDuo. And then repeat the process again. Pick up a purple seed bead, get it on the end of your wire, and feed that wire into the outer hole of the next GemDuo. Once you have 6 seed beads between the outer holes of your GemDuos, you're now going to put a few pip beads between your GemDuos. So just like you're doing with the seed beads, pick up a Czech glass pip bead, slide it onto the end of your wire, and feed that wire into the hole of the next GemDuo. And you're going to do that 3 more times, so you have 4 pip beads lining the bottom of this earring. Once you have your 4 pip beads strung onto your second wire, then you'll go back to stringing seed beads. So just like you were doing in the beginning of this loop, pick up a purple seed bead, slide it onto the end of the wire, and then feed the wire through the second hole of the next GemDuo. And keep just snaking that wire around. When you have all of your seed beads strung on between your GemDuos, you're now going to string 6 gold seed beads onto both ends of the beading wire. Because right now this is kind of a rounded shape, but we want to create a teardrop shape with this outer wire. So go ahead and pick up 6 seed beads and string them on your first wire end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and slide those down. Now we're going to do a kind of tricky part. We're going to attach the fold-over crimp to keep our wires in that stiff teardrop shape. And one important thing is that we want to attach this crimp so the back is facing forward with that smooth back that it has there, and the fold-over sides will be facing backwards. So go ahead and fit both of your wire ends into this fold-over crimp. with the back of the crimp facing forward in the earring. And hold on to that with your non-dominant hand. Because with your dominant hand, you want to add a little bit of hypocement glue. So just turn the piece over and get a few drops of glue in the well of your fold over crimp. And you'll want to have some paper towels handy to put your glue down. And then just tighten your wire inside this fold over crimp. Not too tight that it warps your piece, but you want to have it nice and snug so you're not seeing a lot of that beading wire outside of it. And then with your dominant hand, take your flat nose pliers and fold over the first side of the fold over crimp. And press it down nice and tight because this beading wire is very thin and these fold over crimps are actually meant for a thicker cord. So the glue is going to help hold it in there and a nice tight closure will help hold it in there. So when the first side is done, flip your piece around and then fold over the second side of this fold over crimp and squeeze it nice and tight. Okay, and then you're going to go in with your flush cutters, again with the flush side as close to the crimp as you can, and just snip off those wire ends. Now you'll want to let your glue dry for approximately 10 minutes before you add your earring hook. Once your glue is dry, the last thing you're going to do is add your earring hook. So I have a gold earring hook here. I'm just going to take my flat nose pliers, open up that loop, and then just fit onto the loop of the fold over crimp on the end of the earring. And then I'm just going to close the loop of the earring hook back up, and this earring is finished. So that is how to make the Cabaret earrings. You can find all of these GemDuos and all of the other supplies shown at Beadaholique.com. Thanks so much for watching!